It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jets and the Rams, next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's a new brings up 2nd and 2.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down, avoiding that 3 and out. How vital was that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year. That's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Sherman. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Sherman. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
first down. Dillon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
How best to describe that way? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. On first down, Sherman. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second down, Dillon. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Sherman. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, this is Dillon. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, Sherman. And it's caught. He did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Dillon again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A.J. Dillon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for L.A. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down, Jets.
They go play action here on first down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a 10. First down, New York.
On 1st and 10. Sherman caught right side. Davis. 3 yards the gain there. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Right back to Davis. It's complete. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw again. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage. That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Throwing on first down. Sherman to the right side, and he's got more, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down now, Dillon. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Back to throw. Sherman. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here.
A 31-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Bring it! Waiting!
Now Stafford. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And it's a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Their drive last. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. To throw is Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Rams on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Sebastian Joseph Day on the stop.
On 1st down, Sherman. This will be caught by Brown. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Six yards left on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Sherman. And Davis has it over the middle. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center of the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Mason, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now it's Hyde on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
At the 27-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, quick slant here to Woods. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
17 yards. That's good for the LA Rams. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Quinnen Williams, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for L.A. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. New York ready to go again offensively. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Sherman. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He dumps this off to Dillon underneath.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sherman, he's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Cam Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work.
Now, looky there. He's getting close to 1,000. I'm sure he knows where he stands. I bet if the offensive line didn't know, he made sure they knew. I'm closing in, guys. Final week of the season.
You know who really informed the offensive line? The offensive line coach.
Okay.
Because it's a big deal for his unit as well to be able to say, hey, we escorted guys to 1,000 yards or more in a season, just like blocking for a 3,000-yard or 4,000-yard passer. So it's a lot of pride on the line, and his pride is paramount because he wants to be able to join that pantheon of guys that in the NFL ran for 1,000 yards or more in a season.
Pride on the line. I see what you did there.
You like that?
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Devin Singletary, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Jonathan Taylor, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. The former Buckeye, Justin Fields, with a touchdown pass. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys will.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Sebastian Joseph Day.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
To throw on second down,
Sherman will get this into the hands of Dillon, complete.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Looking to throw. Sherman. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun. Sherman. Got him in. It's Brown. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff to Dillon.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sherman. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Sherman looking for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Sherman. Again, he finds more. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. From the gun, Sherman. This is caught. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake. Sherman. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of 20.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
Easy work, and it's coming again.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
From the gun on third down, Sherman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Let's go.
87. It's a gain of 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first down, Sherman.
And that'll be complete to Dillon.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Off play action, Sherman. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete.
7 yards, the pickup there. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. They'll run a toss here with Dillon.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Nice 50, nice 50. Here we go, G. Here I come again. Here I come again. Let's go.
To throw on third down, Sherman. And he's got it.
And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step one on that play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Now they run. It's Mason. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards. Back to throw. Sherman. And Brown's got it for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now it's Hyde on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Stafford on first down.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
Personal foul. Defense.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I noticed you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, pick your game up.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford, he'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Stafford here.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing again is Stafford. Keeps himself upright. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
A big loss on the play brings up 2nd down.
Now it's Stafford.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw, Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Akers hit, he coughs it up, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And it's third down.
Looking to throw. Sherman. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Again, it's Dillon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The 25-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
Back to throw. Sherman, he finds his man, complete. That's Brown. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Hyde on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that play really didn't fool him. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Second and 11 now.
Again, it's Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Stafford now to throw.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Second and 7. They run once more with Dillon.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory Not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A little juke. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
69 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
That's the way to get him going, boy. Switch. Rocco, switch. He's the mic. I got one. Hey. Check that.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jets, the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Rams,
this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.
The River Hogs are on the clock.